In this video, I'll be going over this 5-inch freestyle drone I recently built. This is my second drone, the first one being this tiny whoop from Beta FPV, this video's sponsor, but more on them later. The Source One has been talked about a whole lot, but the Source One V5 has thick arms that reduce flexing a whole lot. It really helps with not breaking the frame when all those inevitable practice crashes happen. I like how I can worry about everything but the frame when I'm flying. I haven't really thought about it in terms of durability because it just hasn't broken. As you can see, I have skids on here. These skids have really been working out. This is my second set of skids. As you can see, this one's completely worn down. You can even see the carbon fiber on there. This one, and this third one are still intact. And yep, stuff's coming right off. As for the motors I have the T-Motor Velox V2306 3.0 1700 kV motors on here. As a beginner, I've used two simulators. I've used FPV Skydive and Liftoff Simulator. Now, these motors give me a punch that I haven't been able to get in Liftoff. A punch I have only gotten in Orca FPV Skydive. These motors, I feel that, are amazing for beginners who have a little bit more time in the sim than most people. The screws that it comes with are not, the longer set of screws are not very compatible with skids like this, and I had to buy a separate screw kit in order to get these, and they even come up a little through there, you can see. Let's talk props, and I'm sure you're seeing these prop notes. So, props, these are Gemfans S-Bang props. I tried the Mr. Steel props, and I like the Mr. Steel props more. But I'll have to try these out more in order to see how I like them. As for these, I just ordered these on Amazon. I have cross-threaded, like, every single color. It comes with 4 of each color, but I've cross-threaded, like, at least 2 of each color, which I don't know if it's me or the actual nut itself. But the default ones that it's come with, just make sure to tighten them up real good, and you won't have to buy these. Get a prop tool. Don't use your hands. Do not hand tighten them. It will hurt. This stack, I'm sure you've heard of the F405. Okay. Now, the F405 V3 stack was an okay stack for people who wanted to get into the hobby. But this V4 does so much more for just an extra $10. Not only do you get a 55 MBSC, which has a heatsink in there, yep. It does run BLHeli-S, but you get a flight controller that's packed with features supporting everything from digital systems to Betaflight on your phone via Bluetooth. It's the best stack for beginners and probably the best value stack that's out there. It's friendly for everybody. And the V4 fixes so many of the issues that you can't dispute it anymore. As for the camera, there's not much to say about the Foxeer Razor Micro. It does the job that you want it to do. Now let's talk about the receiver. I'm sure you've heard of ELRS receivers. They're almost a standard by now. And I know you've already watched multiple videos about this EP1 receiver. Now I'm using the longer antenna. Now this one right here is a Happy model. And this is a TCXO, as I plan to be flying this drone in warmer weather later on. The way I have this set up is that I have the actual cable going through right here instead of in the back, because on the flight controller the pins are up here. So I just zip tie this onto here. I have a heat shrink. I can see the LED through here. You want to leave a hole here when you're heat shrinking it so you can tell what the LED. Let's talk about the one part about this build that I don't feel so good about. This video transmitter. This is the AKK FX Ultimate Mini. It's one of the few things on my drone that I don't recommend. Now let's start with the mounting. This thing comes with 20 by 20 holes, and it comes with absolutely nothing to mount it. And when I mean nothing, I mean nothing. No gummies, no screws, no nuts. It comes with the receiver and an SMA to MMCX adapter. And that's it. That's all it comes with. Once you plug it in and get into Betaflight, there's no official VTX table for it, and you have to find a sketchy VTX table off GitHub. There's no link on the RDQ product page or the official page. Despite it being $20 and advertising 600 milliwatts, I haven't gotten it to run 600 milliwatts. On their website, they sell little heat sinks, and that might be one of the problems that I'm having with it. But I just can't recommend this thing. It's a bad experience overall. Even though it has a microphone, which is pretty nice, I would recommend this SpeedyBee TX800. It has an official VTX table and it might be sold out, but getting good signal is one of the most important things for beginners, especially when you're coming off the simulator. This is one of the things you shouldn't cheap out on. Now the antenna that I've got here is this SpeedyBee MMCX antenna, and this antenna I have here and this adapter that I have here for the antenna I designed myself. This is the third iteration of the thing, and I mean, I've ran this like 3 times, 3 flights, 3 sessions. Each session's like 30 minutes, so almost 100 minutes worth of flight time, I would say. And one thing I felt, oh wow, that just tore off. It's still in there. This thing just tore off. That's one of the things that happens with this antenna that I don't like. It's a budget antenna, but there are definitely budget things about it. Like its build quality. Now, that being said, you should be using zip ties for these antennas. For me, I would use a zip tie around here and a zip tie around here. There, I got it out. That's what it looks like. Now this thing is pretty long and it comes in packs of 2. It's $8 each, but you can only buy for $16. With this adapter, I just slot this in right through here. Turn this around. And I got that connected. The batteries I paired with this drone are the RDQ Series 4S 1300 milliamp batteries. I'm not a battery expert by any means, but they're affordable and they haven't blown up, so that must be a good thing, right? I've been able to charge this at 200C and it hasn't caused me any problems. And on this battery specifically, the connector kind of broke around here, this little tab, which doesn't really do anything. I've still been able to charge it. It's just something to be aware about. This plastic isn't the best. The pricing of this battery is also amazing. It only comes in at $56 for a 3-pack, making it pretty affordable for the average person getting into drones, FPV drones. Thank you guys for watching. I've got my Beta FPV affiliate link down below. It helps the channel if you use it. And all the parts I recommend are linked down below as well.